you do at your end. Once you finish, reply in the chat box so that I'll come to know you got the output. Then we will go for next program of FAR procedure. Take 5 minutes and do it. I'm getting some reply from students, but the rest also completed. Yes, Yash, Anurag, Krishna, Manish, very good. It's quite easy. Actually, this is not very complex procedure as you have studied already the functions. Okay. So that was the example for your near procedure. Now we will see for the far procedure. What is the difference and how you can write it. Now see, when I come to far procedure tells you that the procedure must be written in the, sorry, my mistake. Let me just, okay, see, when the procedure is written in the different code segment, then it is called as a far procedure. I'm not going to write it in the same code segment. How to write that? See. Normally when we write assume statement, how we write? The way here it is written. I'm highlighting on the screen, just observe that. This is the assume CS code DS data statement. I always start with my program so that my assembler come to know that I am going to consider CS code segment के लिए the word code, DS data segment के लिए word data, and that data and code you write in the program. Similarly, now when I want to write a far procedure, what I should do? I should create my another segment, my own code segment. Now, the same code segment you cannot write down because CS as a code already you are writing. So you can create your own segment by telling to assembler. कैसे बताओगे? So I am going to write here assume CS colon my. Here you have written code, that's why below that you are writing code segment. Here I am writing my, so I am declaring my segment here. Just see the highlighted part. I am declaring CS as my. That means code segment के जगह पे my segment consider करो. So that's why I am telling my segment and I am writing my procedure here. How I am writing? This is my pro add. Same name I am giving. This is another example. So this procedure add PROC the keyword and far word you are supposed to write here. In the last example, we have written near. Now I am writing far to indicate that this is the far procedure. Now what this procedure is written for? I am going to declare two lists and I want to go for addition of numbers and store the result in the third list. Fine. What this program I want to write? See, I am declaring A1 as one list with some numbers, A2 as second list with some numbers, and addition of A1 and A2, like 5 plus 4, this 2 plus 5, 6 plus 5, 7 plus 3, and 4 plus 4. So equivalent position numbers I want to add, and I want to store the result in A3. For that, I am writing the procedure. This procedure is written in some another segment, declaration with my segment here, and then I am writing this procedure. This is the operation that I am supposed to do, just for addition of equivalent position numbers. अब ये numbers कैसे load होंगे? तो you have to give A1, A2 and A3 का position. That position we are going to give with SIDI, and A3 के लिए we will give register BX. So what will happen here? See, we will go for first the code segment and then go back to this one. See what I am doing. I am loading the effective address of A1 in SI, A2 in DI, and A3 in BX. So what will happen? These three registers, SI, DI, and BX, will act here as a pointer, point to the locations. So first I want to get the number from SI, I want to get the number from DI, and these two numbers addition I want to store in BX. So for that purpose now I am calling this procedure add, call PRO add. So this procedure, and when it comes, now check the code, what we are writing here. 5 numbers are there, so I am doing it for 5 times. So this 5 numbers, so I am doing it for 5 times. First taking one number in AL, second number in AL, I am using ADC instruction, add with carry. From DI, like from A2, it will directly get added. Then I'm storing answer in BX. Once first position numbers additions are done, I'll go to next number. So I'm incrementing SI, that is A1 का array increment होगा, TI that means A2 का increment होगा, and BX that is the answer वाला increment होगा. Once this is done, I am saying loop back. We have seen the operation of loop instruction. What loop instruction do here? CX आपने पहले लोड किया है, CX with 05. तो for first group of instruction ये execute होने के बाद your count register CX is decremented by 1. It is still existing, so loop will go to back label. Where this back label, it is here. तो यहाँ से आपका ये पूरा group it will run for second time, then third time, then fourth time, then fifth time, and then it will exit. Exit and you are writing return, RET. It indicates it will go back to the procedure where you have called in the program. Here we are calling the procedure. So it will come back here and then end of my program. Got it? How we are written here, the for procedure. Only thing you have to create your own segment here. So how I am creating? I am writing assume CS as my is the variable name again. Instead of my, whatever name you want to give, you give that. But that should come here. I'm written here my, so that's why I'm writing my segment. Then I'm ending my. Then I'm again telling CS को code, DS के लिए data, and I'm writing my own program. Here my code segment ends, and then I'm ending my main program. So in the same program, but within different segment, when the procedures are written, they are known as for procedures. Okay, now you run this program and see what is the output you are getting. Save करो आपका program. Go for TASM, give your name of file. Okay, I made some mistake in the program. Let me check. I'm going for T-Link, and then I'm going for TD. Here is my program. You can run your program. Fine. Let me just go and check whether my array is initialized or not. Okay. This is my first 5, 2, 5, 7, 4, and then 4, 5, 6, 3, and 4. These two are my A1 and A2 content. You can see how the loop is running. At the same time, I'm getting my answers also stored in the position. I'm observing my data. These are my numbers. And then after that, 5 plus, it will get added to first number is 4. So 9 onwards is my answer. This is my answer. 5 numbers. You please observe your screen for your numbers. Take 5 minutes time, see the program, run the execution, and check whether you are getting the output or not. Once completed, you reply me in the chat box. Meanwhile, let me go for the next program that I want to show you. Okay, Shubham is done. Anurag also done. Very good. So if you have understood everything, it's very good. अगर नहीं कुछ समझा है तो you ask me. This is for all those who understood and those who did not understood. Please reply. If any doubts, please ask. If done, then I will share the next code in the chat box. Don't type anything in the chat box now. I'm sharing one code with you. Fine? Open a new file and copy this code with you. Don't type anything in the chat box, students. Okay, now the code is completed. Copy this. Once you copy and save the code, you open that file in the TASM. I'm opening my file here. This is a program written for calculation of factorial of any number. Which numbers factorial you want to calculate, declare that number in data segment. I'm declaring a new m variable, num variable, and for num variable, I want to calculate the factorial. Any number that you write down, I'm writing 5 number. So this program will calculate factorial of number 5 once you run the code. You must have done program for factorial in C, C++, Java or any other language. Logic is same here. Just see the program and you will understand. This program I'm writing for near procedure. Same program you can write for far procedure also. It is up to you how to write it, near or far. Only thing in this case, the output, the 5's factorial, whatever number you will get, that answer you will get in hexadecimal. So you can check by converting it into decimal and check whether your answer is correct or not. Run this program and check. Read the program properly. You can interpret the instructions for what purpose, what is written. It's very easy. If not understood anything, ask your doubts. You can even try to rewrite the program by declaring it in a far procedure. या फार प्रोसीजर यूज करके आप दूसरा भी कोई प्रोग्राम कर सकते हो. I have shown you for addition. You can go for multiplying the numbers in array by one digit number. Multiply करके आप आंसर रख सकते हो, या you can go for subtraction of numbers and storing the result in third array. ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. So this can be the variations in the questions for procedures. अब ये फैक्टोरियल का लिखा है, यहाँ पे आप फेबोरनकी सीरीज का प्रोग्राम भी लिख सकते हो. I am covering the programs which were asked in previous university papers for the syllabus.
Ma'am, can you scroll it down?
Yes. Enough?
It's showing me error while compiling it.
क्या error है? What is your
Ma'am,
error? हाँ.
ma'am, while you are pasting the code in chat box, there is a in spelling of code there is C is missing.
What is missing?
C in word of code in chat box. That give
Then
us error.
you correct it.
Yes, ma'am. After
Yeah,
correcting,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is giving.
Yes, yes. Maybe while copying, I must have. Yeah, yeah. This code segment ka C is missing here. Yes, yes. My mistake. After you complete the data segment, na code segment ka C is missing. While copying, it is left out from my side. You correct it. That's why the error is there. Yeah, this code segment ka C is missing in the chat box code. Once you finish it, please reply in the chat box. Manish done, Shubham done. Okay, Anurag, complete it. Acha, yours is working. Okay, fine. Very good. Fine. Then I'll share one more program with you. Don't type anything in the chat box. I'm sharing one code. Yeah. Posted one code in the chat box. Just check that. Now I'm not explaining anything for this. You first run the program in the Taza, and anyone of you, those who will understand it, will explain it to others. Platform is open for all the students. You run the program, check it. Only one instruction I have written here, that only I will explain, which is the new one that we have not used earlier, that I will explain. Try to interpret yourself by running this program with F7 step by step. और आपको समझ में आता है या नहीं, that we will check. Yes, Krishna, it is sorting the list. But did you understand the program? I suggest you assume any 5 numbers and जैसे instructions run हो रहे हैं वैसे आप पेन पेपर लेके देखो क्या हो रहा है exactly. Because the arranging the numbers in ascending or descending order, again a common program you must have done in C, C++ or Java also. Logic is same. Only thing is that here we are having the limitations of using assembly language instructions and registers. So how it is used, that is only the question of our understanding. सेम प्रोग्राम में एक स्लाइड चेंज करोगे तो ये डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में हो जाएगा. Okay, Krishna, you understood. Very good thing. Others, Okay, Anurag ka question hai, is it bubble sort? Anyone from you please answer what you think on this. You must have observed the output because every number gets compared with all the numbers and it completes your inner loop and then it goes for outer loop and again it is taking the second number and likewise you can see the change in the position of the numbers also. Others please reply if you understood. I've understood very good thing. Nahi hai to ask your doubts because we have in our class itself some students who are really interpreting it in a nice way. You are coming to the conclusion it is bubble sort, then Anurag is telling how many iterations it is taking. So it is very good thing that you are observing the program in that view also. I'm very happy with this. Other students I'm waiting, Manish, Yash, Swaraj, Shubham. I'm waiting for your all replies. Other students also. Once this is done, I want to show you one more program. Yes, students not understanding anything. Now, only one thing I want to tell you in this program is in the data segment, if you see the size variable, let me just share my screen, that program. Just see here one more different way of declaration I have shown here in the data segment. N1 size variable. N1 size variable. I don't know what is the size of number of elements which are declared here. Right now it is 5 because we are counting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever number I want to give. I can give and I want to get the length of the list. So how I can get, that is the only thing here, the different way we have not used in earlier program. N1 size is my variable. The W type, if you want to write the B type also, that is also fine because we are not considering any large numbers. Dollar symbol, then minus and N1. Call it as a minus or hyphen. This declaration, this line S dollar and this one is going to return you the size of the list, number of elements in the list. It will find out what is the length of that and it will return to variable n1 size. And then that n1 size you can use here as a count for controlling your loop. That is only the different thing we are doing as compared to our earlier programs. This JB instruction works similar to your JC and JNC. JB and JNB you can use instead of JC and JNC. Same way it will work. Rest part exchange instruction we have not used. We have just seen in the data transfer. That is only one more additional instruction used here. I want to show you one more program. Okay, I'll share the code in the chat box. Just a minute. Students, don't type anything in the chat box. Code in the chat box, please check that. Yes, now the code is completed. Check for, no, again, last two lines are left. Let me let it. 4C. Check for this code also, those who have finished the earlier program.
Ma'am, I'm getting some error.
क्या error? Typing mistake? Maybe मतलब मैं code copy करते वक्त any mistake? Syntax error?
Yes, ma'am, you forgot semicolon.
Where it is? Search the given
Starting before.
number. Acha, okay, okay, okay. The first line is the comment. Assume के पहले वाला line. Krishna, make that change and check.
Still, I'm getting an error, ma'am. One.
क्या error है? Syntax error, but क्या है?
Illegal ऐसे instruction आ रहा है.
Uh, can you share your screen? I'll stop mine. Just a minute. Yeah, I have stopped. You share your screen. लाइन 1 पे ही है इलीगल इंस्ट्रक्शन. ओपन करो कोड. एंटर. एक मिनट. कॉमा डालो. हाँ नहीं, सेमीकोलन नहीं, कॉमा. CS कोड सिंपल कॉमा. हाँ, DS डेटा. Yes, I guess that is the only error. एक बार फिर से चेक करो असेंबल करके. Yes, that is the only error.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Yeah. Other students, once you finish, reply in the chat box. Yes, Anurag, yes. Now see, we are just searching the number in the stored array. So अगर आपको check करना है तो once you give the number which is present in the array and one you give which is absent in the array, so that you will find it is showing you the output for both the things, number present and number not present. Once you complete it, please reply in the chat box. I have posted attendance link in the chat box. Please mark your attendance also. Okay, I'm considering that you all have done with the program. So see what we have covered in this chapter 8086. First, we started with computer organization and architecture, the basic structure suggested by von Neumann. Then we have seen the bus structure, system bus, control data and address. And then we started with directly that after that we have seen the performance characteristics for computer architecture, and then we started with 8086 features, architecture, register organization, memory segmentation. This part in theory we have seen. Then we started with addressing modes, then different instructions, and then we have seen programs which will cover almost all the instruction. I will not say all instructions we covered, but we try to cover maximum arithmetic logical instructions, then some of the branch control instruction, then procedure के लिए call and return we have seen, how to write procedures, how to write macros, and then the major part is string instructions. So this chapter is itself a major part in your syllabus, whose marks weightage is also very high. In next coming lectures, one time I will share you the weightage of all the chapters with respect to out of 80 marks. Every chapter is given some weightage in terms of lectures as well as in the marks out of 80. So that I will one time I will share with you all. So this chapter is taking major weightage in your syllabus, and your all the practical programs we have seen 7 to 8 programs are based on 8086. Altogether, we tried to cover up to 10 to 12 examples of assembly language programming. I'm sure that other than this, no program will come in the paper, because all the programs which were asked in previous papers also, I tried to cover up. But ये छोड़ के अगर कोई variation आता है, तो that will be slightly change in the problem statement, and you can write down the program for this. Already you have executed the program. Few programs I have shared with you, because the thing is that I'm not having that much time to spend, because in the next week again 2 days holidays, and then I'm missing my both the sessions. So I am just a little bit hurry I am in, because I want to finish your whole syllabus. That's why I have shared the code. But somewhere, if you have not understood any part of the code, you please ask. Don't by heart the code, my request. Don't by heart the code. Try to understand the things and try to learn it properly. If not understood, anytime you can ask me. Afterwards also you try to run the examples in the TASM software. We have covered all the practicals, examples of or the list experiments from all the practicals we have covered. Just see the practical list. Only last experiment is left from the practical list. That experiment goes for interfacing of 8086 with some devices. And from the syllabus for this chapter, we have covered all the part. The self-learning topics for this chapter are given like interfacing of IO devices with 8086. The hardware part is not there as a part of your syllabus, which was in the earlier syllabus. So we used to study the hardware diagram also, the configuration in minimum and maximum mode, and then interfacing of 8086 with other peripherals. IO peripheral is 8255. ADC is analog to digital converter. DSA is digital to analog converter. So these all other ICs can be interfaced with your main device. So that part is given as a self-learning topic. So if you are interested, you can learn that topics. It is mentioned in the course orientation that self-learning topic पे exam में question नहीं आएगा. So in your theory exam, there will not be any question which will be asked on self-learning topic. But maybe at the time of your oral examination, your external examiner may ask you self-learning topic में आपने क्या क्या पढ़ा है. So that time might be some questions will come on self-learning topic. So it is up to you. My suggestion, if you're interested, you go through all the topics. At least you see what is there, not the thorough study, but at least you see what is there. But for this interfacing is required because our last experiment is based on interfacing only. So that time I will little bit explain you about how the hardware interfacing takes place. Meanwhile, if you want, you can go through the self-learning topics given for this chapter also. Here we are completing our third module. The first module we completed for fundamentals of logic design. All number system, logic gates, K-map and everything we have seen. Second, we have seen data representation and algorithms, where Booth's algorithm, restoring, non-restoring, division algorithms we completed. And this is the third chapter we completed from the syllabus is processor, 8086 and basics of COA. Now three chapters are left out, three modules are left out. One is processor organization and architecture. Second is memory organization. And third is input-output organization. That part in coming lectures, we will try to complete. On this, one quiz is there. I have already uploaded on Moodle, which I will activate now. I'll give you 8 days time to complete the quiz. Simple questions are there based on 8086 and COA, quite easy to understand. IIT2 we have not yet planned, maybe in the third week or last week of April it will be. It is not yet decided. The final dates are not there, but maybe third week of or last week of April. And we have to finish it up all the things before 17th of May, I guess. After that, your practical and oral Viva examinations will start. 1 week for practical oral exam, and then after that 1 week you will get your theory exam started. The syllabus will get completed before that, but the final dates are yet not have come from university. We are just waiting for one more circular, and then we will start the submission and other part. Submission already I have started for my subject. It is expected that you will complete it on time, but again, disappointment from your class. 60% of the class is doing well, 40% is not doing well. Who are the part of 60% and who are the part of 40%? You all know that. So again and again, I don't want to discuss on the same topic, because now also the date is crossed, but many have not submitted their assignment as well as lab experiment. That's fine, it is up to you, because how many marks, how much marks you expect for your experiments and term work is in your hand. Now onwards for late submission, I'm directly going to give you 5 marks. I'm not going to check anything of that. Directly you will get only 5 marks out of 10 for all late submissions. I'm going to change the rubrics now. तो late submitted है तो 5 marks fix रखो. उसके पहले आया है तो you will get 8 to 9 marks also. So your term work is in your hand only. 40% class, please take care of your submission on time. That's all for today. Shubham, you have submitted assignment. Let it be, no problem. I will check. I have not started correcting or grading for the remaining work. I'll do that. Yes, Shubham, but I can consider your case because you had some problem and you discussed that. So that is fine, no problem. Fine, that's all for today. Next week we will start with the next chapter. Before that, I will post the related material on Moodle. Also, please repeatedly or frequently you visit Moodle to see the deadlines for all your submission. Try to follow it. Okay, that's all from my side for today. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Yes, Shivam, I will consider for your case also. Yes, yesterday you have mentioned that. No problem. Mark your attendance. Thank you, everyone. If any queries, I'm here. You can ask your queries.